welcome back to an unboxing video brought to you by Bearded Kaiju's Unboxing Reviews. If you guys like the channel, hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share with anybody thinking of the content of this channel. Also hit that bell notification so you're notified when videos drop like this one. Yeah, we're back for another unboxing review. Sorry for the absence. The holiday time is upon us and stuff is going on. So took a little bit of a break and I am back at it again, and I am so excited to get back at it because this thing is just, what we're talking about today is absolutely insane. I've said this to friends and people online, is that what we're talking about today is basically something that when I opened it, I haven't been that giddy in a very long time. Like, I felt like a big kid opening a present on Christmas Day, honestly. So it was very exciting to get this thing, put it all together and have the presents, and the first reaction to it was just mind-blowing. So I'm excited to show you guys and see what you guys think of it, honestly, because I am over the moon for this thing, honestly, and I can't stop smiling and looking at it because this thing is just superb and beautiful. So with that, let's get right into the review because it's a very long review, probably, hopefully not, but we'll get right into the boxes first, then we'll get into the figures like we do. Got to show some love for the boxes a little bit, so here we go. First up, we're talking about the Ichiban Kuji Godzilla 1991, the heat ray version. Boy, oh boy, this thing is just absolutely crazy. This is just kind of a miniature sized, scaled down from the Yuji Sakai Godzilla 1991 that we already got previously released from X Plus in the Yuji Sakai line. So this is just a smaller version of that. So if you do have it, you know what it's going to look like. But if you haven't, this is a good representation of that said figure. It's just smaller. These figures for the Ichiban Kuji range from the 23 to 25 centimeter range, so they're pretty good sized figures, and the price point is very affordable as well. So I highly suggest getting your hands on these guys. But here is the box. Obviously a very detailed front, as you can see, with the figure all over the place. Nice design of the box. Here is the side, more pictures of Godzilla with the blue mouth. On the back, of course, we have more photography of the figure in all his glory. On the other side, another shot of a frontal profile and back around. So great stuff for Yuji Sakai. Great stuff for the Ichiban line. Honestly, they do a tremendous job on how these boxes look and everything. So they're really, really great. So that's the first one. All right, as you guys can see, I'm going to just move this up because this thing is just way out of frame. It is so big. But as you can see, it is the Mecha-King Ghidorah. Holy buckets. This box is massive for this figure. So I did not expect this at all, but super great. And obviously the box design is great as well. On the side here, you get a good shot of the mechanical head in the middle. You rotate it around, and we do have a poster art picture along with more promotional shots of Mecha-King Ghidorah. So you get the full back there. On the other side, another shot of the heads for the middle and the normal head, and then we come back around. So, but yeah, this is a newer line from the Ichiban line. This is the what is it called? Magnavix. So basically, I think what that means is basically it's just like the bigger sized figures in that kind of scale. They're just kind of going a different one for, if not instead of the soft Vix that we typically get for like Godzilla and anything else that we get, they're going with the bigger vinyl figures that we're going to get in this line. So that's how I see it. That's how I'm perceiving it, honestly. I haven't seen anything else tell me otherwise. Honestly, they just kind of renamed the line to basically just profile it as a bigger figure. So yeah, so these do scale with each other. So don't think that they don't just because the lines are said differently. No, these scale perfectly with each other, which obviously in this video I will show you. So yeah, that's the box. Huge, ginormous, big chungus. I mean, this thing is huge. It's bigger than me on the camera right now. But let's get right into the figure and see what he looks like. Let's put these guys together. I haven't put them together yet, so kind of want to get an in-depth look at these guys. And yeah, cannot wait. First, we're going to talk about Godzilla himself here. Of course, got to talk about the King of the Monsters and get a good look at this figure and all of its glory, all of its detail. Like I stated earlier, this is done by Yuji Sakai, the master of sculpting, especially the Heisei. That is kind of his bread and butter. He loves doing Heisei. If I remember correctly, he said that that's his favorite era of Godzilla is the Heisei, so that's why we see a lot of Heisei era stuff from Yuji Sakai. So that is that is his thing that he loves to do, and of course, no different than what we got from the X Plus release in the 30 centimeter scale line. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. It is literally the same sculpt as what we got from the X Plus line. It is just miniaturized and sized down. So if you're thinking that, oh no, you wanted to get the big one and you think they're different, they are not. They are exactly the same. So a really great figure, sculpt wise, detail wise, it's just amazing. Here's a good shot of the blue dorsals. Like I said, this is the heat ray version, and so they painted the dorsals blue to get that atomic breath look of his dorsals lighting up and getting ready to let loose his powerful breath. So also too, another cool detail is that they did put some blue and highlight his mouth blue, so it looks like the heat ray is about to come out. So that's really cool. It really kind of pops, kind of breaks up that very black look that Godzilla portrays a lot. It's just that sea of, of charcoal gray, honestly. So I love getting the colored figures in my collection. Just breaks it up a lot and then just makes it pop because of that dark color. Then you see those nice bright colors kind of come out and just kind of really stand out in a collection. So, but yeah, the spines are not translucent. They're just normal spines. They just painted over them, so you're not going to get any translucency through those. I do like that they did spray along his back, a little bit on his back because of that glow. You get that illusion of it glowing, and it's reflecting on his skin. So I do like that attention to detail that they actually did in really kind of on this figure. As you can see, even on the tail, they kind of went down a little bit more for the blue to get that effect. So really great. The pose is tremendous. I really love this pose. Because it always, to me, when I first saw it, it always looked like he was looking up at his foe, honestly. And I was like, ooh, I was like, you know, if they ever do make a King Ghidorah or Mecha-King Ghidorah, this would really fit, honestly. And I actually got the 91 Yuji Sakai like this sculpt just because of that fact that I just never knew, you know. I was just like, oh, maybe they will, and then I'll have a Godzilla to go with it, you know. And unfortunately, we thought we were gonna get it, and I think that ship has sailed, honestly. You know, there was the promotional prototype from X Plus, and it's just kind of just drifted out into the nothingness, and I don't think we're ever going to honestly see anything from that, along with a couple other ones, honestly. But you know, it is what it is. But what X Plus couldn't do, Ichiban has succeeded in, and exceeded in well, honestly. So I love that Yuji Sakai was able to put this Godzilla out, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get this Godzilla. I really do love it, and I was like, you never know, you know, maybe they will do a King Ghidorah in that size scale, and they would go well together. So I was hoping and praying, and honestly, my hopes and dreams came true, because boy, oh boy, this next figure was all worth it, honestly. So with that, let's get right into our other figure, and really get a present. All right, I gotta back up for this one, because this big boy needs to get in frame. But as you can see, this thing is ginormous. This is absolute dynamite. It really is. They knocked it out of the park with this sculpt, this design, the paint scheme, everything down to the little details, they nailed it. They crushed it. That's why I don't understand why anybody else couldn't do one. And then now Ichiban just comes out of nowhere and was firing in all cylinders like, hey, like we can do it. And they did it. They did prototypes probably about a year ago or so. And I was like, I knew they were coming. So I knew I wanted to get them. So I got the Godzilla and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait by my time and review them at the same time because I knew he was coming out. And surprisingly, this last month in November, they finally dropped and I was able to snag one. So had to get on the secondary market, but that's okay. You know, it's hard to get the stuff because it is a so-called lottery for the most part. But over here in the States, some retailers do get them, online retailers get them. So it's kind of not a lottery per se, but it's a lottery for like over in Japan, honestly. But over here, like they can just put in orders and they can get these figures. So don't really understand it, but it is what it is. I don't really care as long as I can get the figures. That's all that matters. So this guy is just tremendous though. Oh my goodness, he is just beefy in every aspect of the word. But the meticulous detail, the color scheme, everything about this is just awesome, awesome. And man, oh man, they nailed those heads. The mechanical head just looks just absolutely crazy spot on. Even the normal heads, the detail to the face, to the eyes, even the horns, everything is perfect, is screen accurate. It's crazy how well they got this thing in all of its detail. So even the wings are just superbly done. Honestly, it's crazy. And even this back here, these tails are just ridiculously crazy spread out long. They're as long as the body, which, I mean, we knew the Heisei Ghidorah had crazy long tails that were always flapping behind them, but they never really like focused on them until Godzilla like got a hold of them, you know, and picked them up and was slamming them and stuff. But these things are just crazy, just spread out and long, but the detail on these is great. I think this is kind of one of the first figures that really kind of focus on the detail on these tails, on these tips. Maybe the Monster Arts kind of did that kind of thing where they got a lot of detail on them, but I don't think as much like the Ichiban here. So they really, really focused on everything. So really great job overall. Just everything is amazing. Even I'll get a close-up of the cockpit and all of that little detail in there. It's just super crazy to see this in person. Finally, we get something like this. And it's so well done. It really is. There is a little bit of assembly. So the wings you do have to put in. There's like little kind of pegs or slots and you just kind of slide in. Those are really easy to do. And then the only other thing is the tails. The tails you have to put in, but it's a cutout kind of peg where you just kind of jam them right into the tail and it just kind of fits right in there. It's not coming off. It's not, you know, anything like that. There is a little bit of a seam for the tails where you kind of put them in, nothing crazy, because they did cut little grooves to try and fit it in there. So the scales would kind of lap over the inseam, but you know, if you can't get it all the way in, that's okay. Like, don't go too crazy on it, but it should be all right. So other than that, you can't see where you put the wings on, so that's really great. I mean, it's really easy. This is a very solid figure, very hard, very like filled. It's filled. It's not hollow in any way. It's just solid. It's rock hard. So you're not gonna need to worry about morphing or drooping or anything like that, which I do really like. I like that they went like that, more of a solid, probably vinyl, to really kind of make this have a lot of weight to it. Now the wings are the thinner material, kind of like what they did in the X Plus line where they went thinner with all the Ghidorah wings, especially like the Showa and whatnot. So they went like that really thin kind of materials to make them really lightweight, so they don't droop or anything like that, and you don't have to worry about if it gets hot that they start drooping, because it's kind of more like almost like a plastic almost. So that's very smart. And then I think they weighted the tails a little bit more, and I think that's why they spread them out so far, because the weight distribution, so this guy doesn't tip in any way. So these tails are solid as well. You know, that weight is going to make sure that the weight is distributed evenly, so it's not going to go anywhere, it's not going to fall over, nothing like that. So I like the engineering of this figure, that this thing, just overall, it was just a lot of thought, a lot of meticulous design put into him to make sure he works, because we know what happened and what we heard about the X Plus prototype, where they just couldn't do it because the wings kept falling, or he kept falling over, and the wings kept drooping because it was too heavy or whatever. Like, they just couldn't do it. And Ichiban comes through and just delivers a home run, and I'm just so happy they were able to. So finally, we don't need to wait for an X Plus one. Go get the Ichiban. You ain't gonna be disappointed. This thing is phenomenal in every single way, shape, or form. It's great. All right, so let's put these two together and actually get a size comparison of them. I know when I first kind of showed this off on the Monsters with Attitude box day, people were asking if it scaled well with the Ichiban Godzilla, and I said it did, but I didn't have one out to show it. So, you know, here we go. This is what I've been waiting for, of the actual review, to kind of show it and what it kind of looks like together. So I'll get as close as I can to them, and then we'll go from there. So, all right, so here they are, as close as I can get them. Maybe I'll do a little video and get them actually on a flat surface. So this is basically what they're going to look like together. I kind of lined up their feet to where they're going to look like. So that's what they're going to look like, just like that. So you get the scale of how big Godzilla is compared to King Ghidorah. We know the Heisei King Ghidorah was a monster. He was a beast. He towered over Godzilla tremendously. Very similar to what the MonsterVerse King Ghidorah did to Godzilla. Like, that was the biggest Godzilla, but yet King Ghidorah just towered over him. Same thing with the Heisei. He was just, like I said, a beast, a monster. So he just had so much on him, and that's how big he is. So they scale perfectly with each other, like they should. I think the 30 centimeter Yuji Sakai, if you have it, it's a good placeholder, I think, but I still think it would be too big for him. It just wouldn't fit, because Godzilla would be probably more over here than anything. And King Ghidorah is a 25 centimeter figure. So if you are a collector of 25 centimeter lines and you don't maybe want the Godzilla, you just want the King Ghidorah, you know, definitely don't be mad, because this is a true 25 centimeter figure. So this thing is huge. There has been pictures online of Mecha-King Ghidorah with like the X Plus Showa Ghidorah and stuff like that for references, and this thing even dwarfs them. So this thing is a big 25 centimeter figure. So this is exactly what we've been wanting for and hoping for many years, that just X Plus couldn't do, and we finally got it from Ichiban. So hopefully you guys pick it up. This was a first day grab for me. I looked, like I said, on the secondary market, grabbed this sucker. I didn't even care, and I got it, and I got it shipped right away. So this was just a definite must, because I really didn't have a lot of Mecha-King Ghidorah representation in my collection, and honestly, this year has been as of late, especially a big year for Mecha-King Ghidorah, because I've gotten a couple of the Bandais as of late, and now this big bad boy. So I'm really happy to have some more in my collection, because I just didn't have enough. So but yeah, this is kind of it for today's boxing and review, and let's do the Bearded Kaiju score of approval, and let's see what these guys got. Godzilla, I'm going to go with a 9 out of 10. Very solid sculpt. I love the paint scheme on this guy. It's so vibrant. I love the blue and everything about it. And of course, Yuji Sakai, you can't go wrong with his sculpts. He just nails Godzilla likeness so well. It's just awesome. And with Mecha-King Ghidorah, excuse me, I am going to give him a 10 out of 10. The first 10 out of 10 for the Bearded Kaiju score. That's right. He is the first, and well deserving. This thing is a beast. It is a monster. It is perfection beyond belief. Like I said, it gave me chills. It gave me this sense of me just being a kid again, opening this stuff up, being so excited. And I'm always excited for this stuff. I really am. But this one just gave a different feeling for me personally. So yes, 10 out of 10 for Mecha-King Ghidorah. So I suggest going to grab this guy. They are getting a little bit scarcer on the secondary market. So hopefully we'll get some over here in the States from the online retailers and maybe local stores. So, but I highly, highly suggest it. And I cannot wait to get more from this line, because this line is very underrated. This line needs to be focused on a lot more, because they are doing some really good things. And the price point is absolutely awesome. It really is. The Ichiban Kuji line is what Haya is to the Monster Arts articulation line. Haya is kind of knocking out of the park. It's quality is awesome, and it's customer friendly for price. Same thing that goes with Ichiban. Its quality is phenomenal, and the price is awesome compared to X Plus figures. So if you want an alternate to X Plus, Ichiban Kuji is your way to go. So right, that is it. Man, oh man, what a record-breaking score for me. Man, oh man, like I said, the first 10 out of 10 for me. It hit on all cylinders for me. Sculpt, paint, overall presence to it. It was a knockout. It really was. So I'm really happy to have it in my collection and cannot wait to get more. Who knows? Maybe his alter ego, the normal one, might be on his way. Who knows? But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of what you think of this figure. Do you think it sets that bar, or is at that bar that what I just set it at? Do you think that what I showed you does it deserve that 10 out of 10, honestly? Do you think that we'll ever get a X Plus version of this? Let me know, and maybe we can chat a little bit. But yeah, thank you all for watching. It's been awesome. It's great. Hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody is full, but as it goes, you know, we have to go on, move on, and go on to the next day. But with that, I am out here. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, later.